Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about how I'm going to grade the EL122 TMA, right? So the first thing is, let's talk about unity. In your paper, in your research, I want to see that you narrowed down the research question with a clear focus. And I have explained the unity in a different video. I want you to check it out if you want to remind yourself about it. Now, in your thesis statement, I want to see a clear thesis statement. It's very important that you have clear thesis statement, and also that thesis statement answers your research question. So I want to know your research question based on your thesis, right? Because your thesis statement should answer your research question. Also, topic sentences are very important in every paragraph, body paragraph, right? And the topic sentence should support the thesis statement. So it's very important that you do that. Now let's talk about the introduction. Introduction also related to the unity, right? In the introduction, I want to see a hook, right? If you want to include a hook, opening sentence, that's very good. If you don't want to put it, it's just up to you, but it's better that you have a hook. Now, I want to see a strategy in your introduction. It's better that you have a strategy in your introduction. So the strategy is, do you want to write anecdote strategy in your introduction, or do you want to go from general to specific? And I have explained all of these in different video if you want to remind yourself about it. Now, thesis statement should be also appears in the last sentence. Doesn't have to actually, but at this class we would like to see them. We would like to see the thesis in the last sentence. Let's talk also about the conclusion. The conclusion relates to the unity as well. Thesis statement should be reiterated in your conclusion. So you have to restate your thesis statement in your conclusion, right? It's better that you have a strategy in your conclusion, right? So do you want to start with, for example, the first sentence in your conclusion, you want to reiterate your thesis, and then you want to summarize the main points, and the last sentence you want to make recommendation or final comments. It's better that you have strategy so the reader can follow your ideas fluently and smoothly, right? So it's better that you have strategies. Now, the second important thing is cohesion. Your cohesion means, and I have explained that in different video, check it out if you want to remind yourself about it as well, that your argument is logically organized. So you have to have logical organization in your research. Now, you have to have a clear topic sentences in every body paragraph that you have. That's also related to your cohesion, right? Also, effective concluding sentences were needed, because not every body paragraph that should have a concluding sentence. It's not necessary, but some of them you do, some of them don't. Now, another thing that is related to cohesion is transitions, right? These connections. These connectors, I want to see them within paragraphs, inside the paragraphs, and between paragraphs. If you think that you need them in anywhere, it's better that you put them to help the reader understand you, right? So your reader in this research, that is me. So I want to read and understand what you are talking about. So connections will help you to make your essay, to make your research cohesive. And I explained all of that in different videos. All of them are available. Just check them out to remind yourself. All right, now let's go to support. How do you support your essay? By your outside sources or by your argument? It's better that you have convincing evidence for the research paper and your topic sentences. So anything that you want to argue, it's better that your ideas are convincing. It's not just you throw out any idea and go away. It's better that you write convincing ideas in your topic sentences and throughout your paper actually. Also, in your outside sources, try to have current sources, right? So try not to get a source from 1960, for example, that's very old, unless that you are talking about history of something, which is you really need something very old for the history because you're talking about it. Now, used sources of these types for balance. Try to balance your sources, right? Journal, newspapers, magazines, internet, books. Now, if you want to get internet source, you make sure that that source has credibility. So is that a educational source? Is that a government one? Is not just .com and we don't know who is that guy talking about your topic. Now, effective balance of paraphrasing, summarizing, and quoting, right? So do not just summarize, or paraphrase, or quote. Try to have balance. For example, 2 of these, 1 of these, 2 of these. It's just up to you, but you have to have a balance. Not only one type, and you leave all of the other sources. Now, try a balance between them. Now, in every body paragraph, try to have 2 citations at the most. So do not put more than 2. Try to put maximum 2, 1 or 2. Try not to put more than that, because if you put more than 2, your paragraph or your body paragraph is very long. Okay. Let's talk about support as well, because support is very important. All right. Now, if you put your comment thoroughly on the relevance of every citation. So if you want to have a citation, if you want to get an idea from outside source, do not just put that source and go away. You better prepare for that source, introduce the reader to that source, and then when you put that source, comment after that. So you have to comment on that in the sources. All right. Now, documentations of sources. If you documentation of sources, summarize, and quotations. Anytime you want to paraphrase or summarize or quote, you have to tell us where did you get that from. Because if you don't tell us where did you get it, if you summarize an article and you didn't tell us which article, where did you get that idea from, we consider that plagiarism. Plagiarism is not accepted at the university level. So always try to document the source that you have. And here we use Harvard citation format. So get the correct format for your in-text citations. All right. Now, on your reference page, the last page, use alphabetical order. So the first one has to be, for example, A, the second source B, the third one, for example, I don't know, F, right? So they have to be in order. Now, sources correctly punctuated according to the Harvard style. Punctuation is a little bit tricky in Harvard referencing style, so make sure that you get them right. All right. Now, for the structure and grammar, for sure, use of third person. Don't use I in this paper, because this is a research paper, unless your research question is asking something really talking about you. That's very rare to use. Appropriate language, use appropriate language. Don't use slang or cliches. Consistent verb tenses for sure, subject verb agreement for sure, variety in use of sentence patterns, right? Try to use variety. For example, balance of simple, compound, and complex sentences. Now, I have explained all of these in different videos. Check them out if you want to remind yourself. Now, don't think about them. If you are a good writer and if you want to help your reader to understand your writing, you actually gonna use all of these, right? But don't force yourself to use them, but learn how to use them. And when you learn them, you will be able to explain your ideas by using them, right? And here, for those here, you can Grammarly actually can help you to fix maybe some of the subject verb agreements, consistent. They will help you with that if they find. So before you submit your paper, try to get, there are a lot of online websites that help you with your grammar and structure. So try to fix your paper before you submit it. All right. Now, punctuation and mechanics, for sure we're gonna look at those, right? So it's better that you know them. All right. Now, it's good to practice, and if you have any question, leave comments below. All right, and I will make sure to come back to see your questions. Now, If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable teaching you about the rubric of TMA of EL122, I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to like this video and share it with your classmates. Thank you everybody for watching.